we discussed about whatever we have the revision. So we went to Linux and we went to DevOps introduction, and we seen so far the GitHub repository, Maven and Ansible and Docker. Okay, so now I'll try to ask the questions. So please try to give the answer, not one word answer. I just want to go with explanation. So regarding about that. So please try to give a, so whatever you have a content on your side. As per yesterday, I gave some interview questions model. Please try to elaborate the question. So that's very important actually. Okay. So now, if you go with any company, suppose I'm the technical interview person. If I ask some questions to you, how can you go through this actually? So please try to elaborate according to the aspects and try to give the best example to under the technical interview. Okay, so this is very important. So because interview person has see only one thing. So whatever whatever he is asking the question is, don't try to go with one single word answer. Okay, so maybe the interest will be lost and he will give the short time interview. That's it. Okay, so if you want to go with some more interest, please try to give the a liberal answer, and it should be very innovative. That's very important actually. Okay, so let us start the interview process. Okay, I'll so in this mock interview I can call actually. So please try to give the a liberal answer to me. This is how I can go from my side. uh, I hope I will start now. Okay, what is automation? Jay Lakshmi.
Sir, again repeat question, sir.
Yeah, what is automation? Automation is something, so I'll explain you this. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just it's a mock interview. So automation is nothing but whenever you are trying to give any requirement from the client requirement. So as per the developer needs, they'll try to go with software development lifecycle. Okay, so they'll try to go with software development lifecycle. In this software development lifecycle, what we are trying to go, we are working on the 5 stages. That is CI and CD pipeline. Okay, so as per the CI, that is continuous integration, we are working with the requirements analysis, implementation, testing, and finally we are trying to go with the deployment stage. Okay, so whenever the developer has done the code and he is trying to move with the testing team and developer team has been accepted according to the apologies for based upon the requirement, and they'll try to move forward. They'll try to move forward to deployment team. So on the basis we are working with the automation. Okay, automation is something where we are working with the developer perspective and testing perspective according to the software development lifecycle. We are working with the object representation, that is any client requirement. Okay, so this is all about the automation side. Okay, now the next question: what is DevOps actually? Anyone?
So DevOps is a development and operational integrated thing what we can do. It is it's a methodology, like it's a software development.
Okay, I'll tell you for this question. So whenever the technical person has asking what is DevOps actually means, so you have to say answer like this. So DevOps is something where we are working with the a trending technology, and we are working with the both development plus operations. We are working with a methodology or process. Okay, so we are working with a methodology or process, and it is not a tool. It's not a software. It's a culture. We are working with the organization level. That is all about the DevOps. Okay, so we are working with the culture or process, any process. Okay, that is as per the software development life cycle. That is a DevOps actually. Okay, so this is you need to say answer like this. Okay, next. How can you give the project delivery to the client? Anyone?
After implementing all the CI/CD pipeline
Okay. Still.
and CI/CD pipeline. Required tests. I think unit test all will be in CI/CD pipeline.
Okay.
Mhm. After CI/CD, we will move to the production environment.
Move to the production environment. Okay. So it is somewhat okay, that's okay. So basically, if you want to deliver any software application to the client, first we need to go with the a policies. Like what kind of policies here is? Suppose, as per the DevOps engineer, you are working with only CI, not CD. Okay, because client continuous delivery will comes a picture of a team manager and client manager. Okay, so
Okay.
here we are trying to give only the process of deployment level, not delivery level. Okay, so as per your experience, as per your norms of experience, if you are trying to go with any production field, you have only the sub process, that is sub delivery process. Actually, not, it's a post delivery. Okay, before their delivery and release in market, we are trying to go with the test and trial process. Okay, first we can try test and trial. So previously, I can tell you one example for this. So whenever, so like PhonePe application, have you gone to PhonePe has been implemented at 2017 actually. PhonePe has released in market in 2018 actually. Okay, so what happened for PhonePe here is most of the members don't know what is PhonePe. Okay, it's a just online transaction. As per the needs. But how the market came to the existence of PhonePe? Because of demonetization. Because of demonetization. So in demonetization, what happened here is PhonePe has given extra features and it is free source for the customers actually. So they're trying to implement with the help of digital videos actually. Okay. So please try to go with this video and you can try to go with the PhonePe transaction very easily, friend to friend transactions. Okay. So like this, see what happened here is, before I'm telling only one example for this, but how can you deliver this application here is, it's a just like a test free and trial version. Okay, for the customer needs. Okay, so this is how we can deliver the pre-delivery under the customers. Okay, fine. You can take any example for this. It is very easy to understand. Okay. Okay, coming to the part, what is Git? Anyone?
Git is a centralized version control system which is used to access. Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Which is helpful to access um, all the user data. It helps the developer. It helps the developer to easily find out the errors and debug it. Um,
So basically, what is Git actually? So Git is a developer perspective where we are working with a developer perspective. In this Git, what we are having some different types of operations. Is what we are trying to go with. We are going with the untracked file, staging area, and local repository. Why we are using Git actually here is, Git is one of the client terminal where we are working with some different types of operations, and we are trying to move forward as a developer operations into GitHub repository. So basically, in Git we have two types of system, that is centralized and we are working with a distributed. Okay, what is centralized here is, centralized is something where we want to take the requirement according to the client aspects, and coming to distributed, the client is trying to distribute with the anonymous place, and he's trying to distribute with the different types of branches. Okay, so this is all about the Git and GitHub repository. What is meant by main branch in Git? What is meant by main branch in Git?
Then we are using
Try to talk loud.
In GitHub, we are using the event only.
Okay.
Starting the commands to execute the process.
So we use commit as the main branch.
So main branch is nothing but it's a default branch for the GitHub repository. That's it. It's a default branch. We cannot change that. Right? It's a static. Okay. That is a main branch. Okay. So what is the difference between main branch and master branch?
Both are same, sir, main and master.
Both are same. Yes. Both are same. There is no changes. Okay.
Uh, actually, you have a master branch and release branch and hotfix branch, sir.
Yes. Very good. Nice. Yeah.
Uh, after the releasing project, after we satisfy, we will move to the main branch.
Okay.
And same in hotfix branch is the very small period, only for small changes.
Okay.
After we testing the changes in that branch, again we will cut that branch and we'll merge it to the main branch.
Very good. Nice. Yeah. This is right. Yes. Okay. What is rollback in Git?
Get back, sir. Rollback is nothing but get back.
What is rollback in Git? Anyone?
To get our data back, sir.
So how can you get the
Previous
data?
commit.
What is a command? Just tell me, guys. What is a command which we are using rollback?
So can you please pardon the question once?
Yes. What is a command which you are using rollback? Git --- hard your commit ID, guys. That's it. We are using rollback based upon these things only, right? Okay. How can you change the files? How can you change the files from master branch to child branch? Anyone?
Git checkout child branch or master branch.
Git checkout, child branch, or master branch.
So when
So
you want to check out from child branch, we have to use git checkout master branch.
So we are using. So how can you see the branches? Git branch name. Okay. Then after that you can go with a git checkout there. So for the master branch to uh, from child branch. Then after you can go with the you can merge the file, right? That is very important. So if you want to merge the file from child branch to master branch, we are using from child branch to master branch. We are trying to merge the concept by using git merge. Okay, this is how we can go with the branches. Next, what is Maven?
So when you have the large number of dependencies, sometimes it is difficult to manage. So
Okay.
we are using Maven for the continuous integration, and we can easily manage our dependencies.
Nice. Yeah. So, what is the command which we are using to generate the files under the Maven?
By using pom.xml file.
Pom.xml file.
Yeah.
By using MVN archetype generate, I think. So we need to generate the projects. Based
MVN
upon that
archetype.
only, we can try to go with the artifact level. Okay. What is meant by how can you suppose I have some logic question here. If you are Java, so you are working with a Java developer. Okay. So if someone is having code some error in artifact level, how can you remodify this code? How can you give this code to your developer? Anyone? Artifacts is not created, but finally we get some error. How can you tell to your Java developer? Suppose so in your deployment, your Maven having some problem. This is based upon the developer perspective only, right? So developer want to give the code, that's very important, and he want to push into GitHub repository, that's very important. So as per the scenario, we have some vulnerability concept here. That is, we are working with the security. We need to work on the artifact level. So project is not that much secure, but the thing is we need to create an artifact. It's very important. Okay. So for this, we need to go with the agile process. Like so, we need to add the increment and we need to delete the modification level. That is, we need to change that as per the developer needs because we are working with the model actually. That is agile model. Okay. So for this, we can try to change the different types of levels. Next, um, what is Ansible? Anyone?
So Ansible is a configuration management where we can handle so more than yes sir.
Yeah. Suppose if I have 100 servers, how can you manage with help of configuration management? Anyone? If I have 100 servers, how can you configure the in Ansible
With the help of inventory files.
inventory? What is my inventory file? What is my inventory file? Inventory file is nothing but a controller where we can manage thousands of systems at one time by using private IP address. Okay, so we can access all the private IP address in controller, and we can try to access the different types of managements. That's very important. Okay, so what is meant by playbooks?
A playbook is used to perform multiple tasks, more than one multiple task. Yes, sir. That's it.
Okay, so is there any requirement in playbooks?
Sir,
Is
not
there any
un-
requirement? Is there any requirement in playbooks? Is there any requirement in playbooks? Requirements is nothing but your whatever you are working with the one or more services, that is a requirement. Okay. Yes, this is possible in Ansible. Okay. The next one is uh, suppose in Ansible I want to go with some specific servers only. Like suppose if you have 100 servers, I want to go with some specific servers. How can you change the specific servers? Anyone? My inventory files. You can go with my inventory files. You can try to access only the some limitation of the private servers. That's very important. That's it. Okay. So the next one is what is meant by Docker?
Docker is a uh, storage. It
Docker is
stores
a
the information. Containerization. It stores the information.
okay. What kind of storage information you can do in Docker?
Uh, uh, the so, come,
What kind of storage you are using in Docker?
Images.
Okay. So what is the
images,
yeah?
containers,
Okay. Suppose I want to create an image. How can you create an image? Is there any syntax?
is Docker name image.
Okay. If I want to remove all the containers anytime, then what is the command?
Docker remove
Docker remove
Yes.
container name.
Docker remove container. I want to remove all the containers at a time.
Docker remove -f dollar Docker ps
PF.
-8.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Docker remove pronoun.
yes, yes. Very good, very good. What is meant by hyphen name?
Links.
What is meant by hyphen name? Name. I'm not asking link. Name is a standard of organization. Whenever you are trying to create any image, that is a name. Okay. And what is meant by images?
Combination of binaries and the libraries is called images.
Very good. Nice. Okay. So suppose if I want to access the duplicate port access and how in the Docker, how can you use this?
Alias.
Very good. Nice. Okay. So or else you can use customized port number also. What is meant by port access? What is meant by port access? So what is the difference between capital P and small p?
Small p is a connection to the port access.
Okay. What is
Capital P is automatic port mapping.
very good. Nice. Okay. What is meant by Docker Compose? What is meant by Docker Compose?
Open source configuration.
Sorry.
Uh,
What is meant by Docker Compose? How can you see all the configurations in Linux? Anyone? How can you see all the list of configurations in Linux? We are using root for this Linux. Okay, if you want to see all the configurations at a time, you need to use root. Root. Okay, root is a configuration where we are working with the Linux root. Okay, so what is what is the difference between Docker Compose and Docker Swarm? Anyone? Both are same. There is no changes. Okay, so Docker Compose is something where we are working with the one or more containers at one time. It will store only. Okay, and what is meant by Docker volumes actually? What is meant by Docker volume?
Docker volume is a storage. We use volume as a storage purpose.
Okay.
Whenever we remove a container, even though the volume stores the data.
Volume store the data. Okay.
Yeah.
What is meant by mount path? What is meant by mount path?
The mount path is a source. The data is present in the source code.
Okay.
Whenever we copy the data,
Okay.
We removed the container data. The data is present in the source code like that.
Yeah. What is meant by if config in Linux?
It is used if config gives the IP address of.
How can you check how can you check your server is healthy or not with help of Linux command? What is a command? Your server will be working actively or not. What is a command which you are using in Linux?
Secure cell.
No. We are using ping. Ping is the active, whether it is active or not. Your server is active or not. It will create a packets. Your server was creating some packets based upon the ping with the help of private IP address. What is file permissions?
Read, write, execute, sir.
Okay. How many types of file permissions are there?
3, sir.
What are they?
Read, write, execute, sir. RWX.
How many
So
types of file permissions? I'm not asking read, write, execute.
777.
What are they? We have numerical permissions and alphabetical notations.
Alphabetical.
Yes, two types only, right? I mean, there is no 7 types in file permissions. Okay, what are the different types of operations? You have to say read, write, and execute. Okay, so first listen the answer. Okay, so coming to the feedback, all the members, Pradeep, Desari, and Puliraj is not opening the mouth, and somewhat good for Prakash. Prakash is going on good. Even Karthik also trying to answer the current situation. And Jayalakshmi, you are trying to go only single words. That is not that much appropriate. Okay, Akhil, Venkat, you are trying to give some explanation, but that is not that much accurate. Okay, anyway, this is the first mock interview. That's not a problem. I'm asking some basic questions only here. So, if next mock interview, I'll try to go with depth. So please try to learn the appropriate interview questions. Okay, whatever I gave. Even if you have any, like in YouTube also, you have a lot of interview questions. Please try to go with that. Even I can ask in next mock interview, I'll try to ask the logical questions also, and I can use the task scenarios also. Okay, please try to go with that much cooperate according to the level. Okay, and out of 10, I can give only 4 from first mock interview because this is not that much good actually. But the thing is, you are trying to answer the questions. That's very important. So, but please try to keep the confidence level. Whatever I am asking some questions regarding about that. Okay. So this is all about the today's mock interview. Okay, guys. So this is all about the first mock interview. Okay, better you can go with the next mock interview. Should be very good, I hope. Okay. So thank you so much.